The Jesse Tree. The Jesse Tree helps to tell the stories from the Old Testament. The people in the stories are part of Jesus' family tree. Isaiah said, "A branch will spring forth from the stump of Jesse." The branch is a symbol of Jesus.
At the beginning, there was nothing at all. There was no earth or sky. Then God created all things on earth. Finally, God rested on the seventh day.
When God created the earth, he made a covenant with Adam, the first man. Adam promised to listen God, and God promised to bless Adam and make him his boy. God gave Adam a wonderful place to live called the Garden of Eden. At the beginning, God told Noah to build an ark. God sent rain for 40 days and 40 nights. Finally, the ark came to a stop on a hill, and the flood stopped. Then God told Noah he'd never do that again. There was a beautiful rainbow in the sky as a sign of God's confidence with Noah.
At the beginning, Melchizedek was a priest and a king. Then Melchizedek gave God a sacrifice of bread and wine. Finally, Jesus came, and the people said that Jesus was a priest like the priest and king Melchizedek. God blessed Abraham's family with a son named Isaac. Then he made another promise through Abraham's family to the whole world. Finally, the promise happened when Jesus came.
At the beginning, Israel had 12 sons, and the family was known as the 12 tribes of Israel. Then, when Jesus came, he picked 12 men to be his disciples. Finally, the disciples became millions of people.
Moses did not like everyone fighting all the time. Then Moses became a shepherd and got married and had a family. Finally, one day Moses was walking his sheep and saw a fire in a bush, and it was God talking to him.
After Moses died, Joshua became the new Israelites' new leader. On the way, some of the people did not listen to God. After 40 years, Joshua led the Israelites out of the desert into a promised land.
At the beginning, Joshua sent spies in the city to tell people about the city. Then the leaders of the city got mad. They sent soldiers to find the spies. Finally, Rahab hid the spies on the roof of her house. People told her to hang a red cord out of her window. The red cord reminds us of Jesus' blood when he died on the cross. Beginning, Samson was the strongest man and saved the Israelites. Then he promised he would never cut his hair because that was the secret of his strength. They tricked him and they cut his hair. Finally, he said he was sorry and grew his hair back and defeated the Philistines by knocking a building on them. At the beginning, Ruth wanted to get married to an Israelite. Then she met a man named Boaz and worshipped God. Finally, Ruth and Boaz became the great-grandparents of King David. Jesse had 7 sons. His youngest son was David. David was an anointed king. David was a shepherd before he became a king. Jesus was also part of Jesse's family. At the beginning, David wanted to make a temple. God promised David the Israelites would be his people. This was the last covenant that God made before Jesus came. Isaiah was a prophet when the kingdom was divided. He told the people if they did not start listening to God, they would go into exile. Exile meant they would be sent away from the promised land. Sadly, the people did not listen to Isaiah and had to leave the promised land. Even though that God's people continued to disobey God, God still loved them. Isaiah told the people that one day a child would be born who is the Prince of Peace. He was talking about Jesus. At the beginning, the Israelites' temple got destroyed. Then Jeremiah said God would not forget them. Finally, God led the people back to Promised Land. He told the Israelites that the new covenant to peace and last forever. Ezekiel told the people many things about God and fed his people. Jesus fed a crowd of people with bread and fish. At the beginning, John the Baptist had a special job. It was to tell the world Jesus was coming. John was a Baptist. When John was baptizing in the river, Jesus came to be baptized. When Jesus was baptized, God told the world that Jesus was on the earth that day. At the beginning, an angel appeared to Joseph and told him to take care of Mary and Jesus. Then an angel called Joseph a son of David. Finally, Joseph was a wonderful father and carpenter. He taught Jesus many things. At the beginning, an angel came and asked Mary to be mother of God. Then Mary agreed with the angel. Because Mary said yes to God, Jesus was born on Christmas Day. At the beginning, they rode a donkey and there was no room at the inn. Then angels came from heaven to announce Jesus' birth. Finally, Jesus grew up and died on the cross for our sins, and now all people go to heaven.